Hey guys, I hope that y'all have loved all the training videos and my lovely friends that came and helped me out. Thanks for being patient and learning all the things for the Cedar House, and I'm sure there's a million things I forgot. I'm gonna wrap up a couple of things in this last video so you guys can understand something that I forgot to explain. But I wanted to encourage you guys that it's going to be a great year. Y'all are an amazing team. I am so impressed with all of y'all. You each have a special gift to bring, and so my prayer is that we would not walk into this year in fear, but we would walk into this year with joy and trust in the Lord. And I know all you guys are capable of that. I'll need your help in that, and encouragement that we all could lift each other up, build each other up, and jump in and pitch in. We all have different jobs, but we're all gonna need to help each other out one time or another, and just all hands on deck. And that's who you guys are, and so that's why you're here, because you're amazing, and I'm thankful for you. So yeah. All right, I got an apple basket here. This is Heroes of Faith apple basket, and so don't tune out if you're not Heroes of Faith, because this pertains to everybody. There's a couple of things that we'll do. Heroes is the class that happens right after morning time. So everyone will at morning time hear a devotion, the Bible timeline stories for me, and then we'll go to our Heroes class. And at the very beginning of Heroes, which this is not a part of the Heroes class, it's just a part of the time frame, okay? So this involves every teacher in every team. But right after Heroes, you'll go to your class, and you all, for each class, have a Bible timeline notebook. And you guys, when you take your kids to class, everybody will get out their notebooks, matte pencils and watercolors, and they are to draw the hieroglyphic image that represents each story. And every week we cover 2 stories. So this week they'll draw 2 on one page. But next week they'll come back on a brand new page and draw the 2 from the first week and add on the 2 that they've learned. And every week you keep adding on, but you start over again on a new page. All right, so just remember that. And then you'll need to show them, you know, when we had one of our meetings, I gave every class leader a copy, and it should be in the information that you have, so you might have taken it home, so make sure you bring it back. There's one in the Forest notebook if you need to make a copy of it at morning meeting. At the printer. If you find out you don't have one, talk to your friends, see if y'all all have one. But if not, then yeah, so you want to show them, look, there's order to this. Don't just anywhere on the page. You start here, and then you come down on this one, and go across, you know. And so at the end of the year, they'll have a beautiful timeline that helps them remember the Bible stories. So I wanted you guys to understand that. Also, when we get to our Heroes class, it's the first class that we've gathered in our specific classrooms, there's just going to be some supplies coming in kids' backpacks. So the Tuesday family meeting, some parents dropped off notebooks and matte pencils and watercolors that are staying here on the property. Those items that were already dropped off, I'm going to give you guys a heads up, they're no longer in this shed. It was a little full, and some people have donated some storage sheds and things like that. So this is where everybody is at. You ready for this? Squirrels and hedgehogs are in this shed, but bears are in the green squirrel's nest, which is the green building on the other side of the fence. Bears supplies are in there. Wednesday class, those notebooks are in the squirrel nest right there on the other side. But River, your notebooks are in your new storage shed, which when we move the class, and by the way, everyone, we're moving the River class, okay? So very soon after we start, after the first week. So anyone who can help, we really need some help doing that. But River has a storage shed that Mr. Chad fixed for us. Someone donated it, and it was kind of a mess. But it looks like it will keep things dry, so we're just going to keep watching it, make sure. But anyway, I'd stored it. It's right on the edge of y'all's class, but we need to move it where it's closer to you, but it's closer than this thing. So anyway, so you've got your notebooks already in there, and matte pencils and watercolors. Forest has a little bitty tiny shed, much smaller than River. We might need to put a couple extra things in River, but it holds the notebooks and matte pencils and watercolors. Those are at the Forest class. So when kids come up, if people are coming up in the morning dropping kids off and you see people carrying notebooks and pencils and stuff, say, oh no, let's put it in your backpack. It's going to stay in the backpack until we get to the Heroes of Faith class, okay? We're not going to deal with it then. At the Heroes of Faith class, as they're doing the hieroglyphics, which by the way is a great time, you're not going to be teaching heroes yet while they're doing that. You're not going to do that because they're going to be doing something else while you're teaching heroes. So let them do that. It should take about 5 minutes in the beginning. It'll end up being 15 minutes towards the end. But they could eat a snack. Perfect time for them to eat a snack, visit, and do their hieroglyphics sheet. And then you guys say, hey, if you brought notebooks from home or watercolors or matte pencils, all right, let's pull them out. They're going to pull them out for working on this thing. Make sure everybody's is labeled. Make sure everybody's is labeled. And if you see somebody's watercolor set that they did not hot glue the little trays in, it will cause a nightmare later. So I'm hoping that we'll have a room mom here, and I'm going to go ahead the first week, ask her, a VIP mom is what we're calling them, ask her to have some hot glue ready at the stage, and maybe she can be hot gluing them during the day to get them all set and ready. We need to have a permanent marker at our heroes class, making sure everything is labeled. Okay? And easy to find because we're going to pack them up and leave them in the classrooms. All right, so there's that. Also, the other thing that we're going to be doing, and this is located in everyone's hero basket, or Squirrels and Hedgehog, it's in your basket too, and you can join in and do this with us or not. But every child will get a baseball card sheet to go in their notebook, which this will go in the very front of their notebook. All right, so go ahead at this time as they're doing their hieroglyphics, pass it out, stick it at the front of your notebook, everyone. Make sure there's openings. Make sure it goes in where the openings are, standing up. All right, every kid that is new or a kid that didn't keep up with their stuff from last year is gonna need one of these little zipper pouches. I thought I had one. Anyway, these are those zipper pouches that are kind of waterproof. So the watercolor set goes in this zipper pouch. So if we told everyone, everybody paid a little extra fee, and so we are providing these for them. So if you see a watercolor set that doesn't have one of these, then you need to give one of these to the child, and they, store it away in it and label the pouch. The watercolor set needs to be labeled and the pouch, okay? Also, you guys, we've got plenty of these. So if y'all need one to hold chalk or hold something that you need for class, these are great because if it gets rained on, it holds up pretty well. Also, every class we have flags in the basket. I'm trying to kill time. Okay, well anyway. Every class will have these little envelopes. These are for when kids have nature finds, and I want you to tell the class about this. When they find something in nature, when we're showing them, oh look, it's plantain, and it's okay to get a sample of it. Some things we don't want to pick because we don't want to pick all of it from the farm. But it's okay to have a sample. This is a little brown envelope that can stick in their baseball card section, and they store their little nature find, and it'll press a little bit or whatever. So this will be very handy, and they can take it home or keep it, write on the name of it on the outside. So this will be really good for nature things that we're doing throughout the year or things that we discover, okay? I have these baseball cards. Hold on just 1 second. All right, in everyone's basket are these little cards that are to do the flags for Heroes of Faith. And apparently it wasn't in this apple basket. I know it was, but anyway. So I have extras of these, but I put these in everyone's basket. I wouldn't worry about passing out all 9 for whatever. I mean, there's only 3 flags we're doing, but we're gonna use them for NAP2, the artist studies, and different things like that, almost like a little timeline kind of thing. And so this is what they'll be painting the flag on, and they keep it in their little notebook. So just pass out 1 because every week, the first week we do the country, they'll be painting their flag. Okay, and everybody has little flags to put on their tables. I did not get containers. I'm about to fly out, so I did not get containers to stick these in the table. They might squeeze in between the cracks, or that might be something the first thing in the morning, everybody grab like a little container. There's sand all over the property. Throw some sand in there and stick this in there. There's 3 per class, so think through that. That might be something to do. Anyway, so I just wanted to make sure I explained all of that. I'm pretty certain that is it. I love you guys. I've got one little tiny video to show you about how we gather the kids for Cedar House, and it'll take like 30 seconds. So I'm gonna sign off here, go grab Henley, and anyway, y'all are awesome and can't wait for next week. See ya.